Hey guys, Token Dave over here, the dorky token black guy that's just trying to get by. And welcome to another edition of That Was Random, you know. So, when I was a kid, when I started reading comic books more, my father actually got a little upset that I wasn't reading anything on black superheroes. And he made a huge deal about basically making sure that I read Black Panther and Luke Cage. You know, he was the one that told me about these two characters, causing my uncle to, when I went to the comic book store with him, you know, he would ask if they had Black Panther comics, which most of the time they didn't. What they did have was the Jungle Action compilation, you know, because during that time period in the 80s, you know, Black Panther was not as popular, you know, and there were some comics here and there, but they were mostly the older volumes of what happened in Jungle Action. With Luke Cage, basically, it was more Power Man, Iron Fist, but this video is more about Black Panther and the hype around the movie, and everyone's hyped, and justifiably so. But one of the problems that Marvel had with adapting their characters early on is they didn't really get the essence, the soul of the mythology or of their characters. Something that DC effectively did with the Richard Donner Superman movies, particularly the first two, the Tim Burton Batman movies, and a lot of the DC shows. Not counting the Super Friends. I don't know how Super Friends got really famous, because Super Friends bastardization. Anyway, so with watching these trailers, I'm not as impressed. You know, not that, like, you know, here's the thing. I'm not as impressed with how they're handling the mythology of Black Panther, and as well as I am not impressed with Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger. Now, here's the thing. My first concern was Civil War when I saw T'Chaka. And T'Chaka looked like an aging guy that when he would jog the way I currently jog right now. Like, out of breath after, like, you know, trying to jog for like about 2 blocks and everything, you know. While T'Challa looked like young and in shape and everything, you know. And then moments after T'Chaka died, T'Challa comes out and he's automatically Black Panther. And I'm like, wait a minute, dude, there's a whole trial that Black Panther has to go through. You know, T'Challa had to go through. It's the rite of ascension. You know, that's not something that automatically happens in a couple of days. You know, the rite to ascension actually takes, if my recollection is correct, the rite to ascension tends to take about 2 or 3 weeks to do. And you have to do that in one setting, right? So I did not see that in Civil War. And come to find out, in one of the YouTube videos that I watch, I hear that basically they had T'Challa as a Black Panther for about 8 years, right when Tony Stark revealed that he was Iron Man. And I'm like, wait a minute, no, that's not right. He has to be granted that rank as king. You know, once you're the Black Panther, you're the king of Wakanda. You're not the Black Panther, but, you know, there's an older king ahead of you. No, the Black Panther himself is the king and the protector, you know, of the country. You know, physical protector as well as political protector and all. So it's like a huge change in the mythology, which is actually really disheartening, you know, to me. Because T'Challa wasn't just granted the rank. He had to work his butt off to earn it, both physically, mentally, and spiritually. You know, he had to understand and embrace Baz, you know, more. He ended up getting 6 PhDs all over the world and everything, you know. So, like in Civil War, his father, T'Chaka, dies, and he's automatically Black Panther. I'm like, yo, dude, it don't work that way. My other gripe is Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger. Now, here's the thing. Michael B. Jordan is a good actor. He's actually a really good actor. But the thing is, Killmonger, right, is very physically intimidating. Physically intimidating. You know, he's taller and much bigger than T'Challa. Granted, I can understand they couldn't get that. But when he speaks, you can hear a boom in his voice. His voice actually scares people, you know, and Killmonger doesn't come off as intimidating. And to top it off, I'm seeing him with another Black Panther suit. Killmonger did not want to be the Black Panther. Killmonger wanted to defeat the Black Panther and rule Wakanda, but show that Wakanda could be ruled without some, like, you know, what you would call them? What's the word I'm looking for? Some royal hierarchy and everything, you know, some definitive hierarchy. He wants to display that any person could be the ruler of Wakanda if they took it by force, not with any unfair advantage, you know. And I'm not displaying that. It looks like, you know, he wants to take over, but it looks like he wants to take over and become the Black Panther or copycat him. And no, that's not what Killmonger was about and everything, you know. But those are just some gripes that I have about the mythology and how it's being presented and all. But, you know, do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? Do you guys want me to cover more Black Panther stories from the early days? Drop me a comment below. Give me a like. Follow me on Token Dave on Facebook or on Twitter at TokenDave80. Subscribe and ring that bell so you know when a new video loads. But until then, this has been Token Dave, the dorky token black guy who's just trying to get by. And I'll catch you guys later.